it's getting very, very close to Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving. Everyone's getting ready for that holiday. Except for the ones who are already getting crazy about Christmas. That's why Thanksgiving has always been tempted to murder Christmas. But it knows that if it does, it will get murdered by all the droves and crowds of people who would be really mad at Thanksgiving for murdering Christmas, because everybody loves Christmas. So Thanksgiving is forced to bottle up all its frustration and rage until it eventually dies. Oh man, that was a really dark deconstruction of Thanksgiving. Jesus Christ. This is the Super Vlillain Vlogs, or should I say Vlillain Vlogs. Ooh. A lot of improvisation on that last one right there. Yes. It is just 1 week away from Thanksgiving, and that is going to be the week where most shows would take a week-long break, take a day off for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, but not two particular shows that I'm thinking of. How dare they not be considered enough, and instead work on Thanksgiving. Yes, but I'll get into the specifics on which shows those are. First, let's focus on this final week that we have, the final week of this year of the complete Sinister Six. Yes. This is the final week we're gonna have all 6 shows, because one of them is deciding to take a break early. I don't understand why. I mean, it's only got 3 episodes left after that long-ass break. So, but apparently, nope, they need to go ahead and already have their break. I'll get into more on as to which one that is. But anyway, yes. So let's review the episodes at hand. And the first one is, of course, Gotham. Yes. Yes, Gotham. And of course, the big thing to take away from this week with Gotham is that we had a supervillain team-up between the Penguin and Riddler. Or at least that's what I thought would happen between those two. But nope, instead what we get is more of a setup to that. Because Penguin is down in the dumps in this episode. He's all down in the dumps. And the reason why is because he's just all villained out. He's just all villained out. And he just can't villain no more. He just villained as much as he could, and he can't villain no more. So that is why Penguin is here. That is Penguin. I mean, Riddler is here to inspire Penguin to get back up to doing villainy again. Yes, it's a very inspirational tale. It's a tale of inspiration that will lift you up this holiday season about a poor, former gangster who is down on his luck and he can't villain anymore. But this inspiring young lad who's excited about taking on the job of villainy, who is excited about this new passion, what with his recent endeavors, he brings the inspiration back into Penguin's life. He makes Penguin realize that he's got the villainy inside of him all along. He just needs to recoil that inspiration of villainy. It's such an inspirational tale, surely to grab all the Oscars. It's so beautiful. It's so inspirational and majestic. It's so majestic. I just can't. Yes. So yes, and to cap it all off with their connections and their bromance they got on going. Oh yes, it's a bromance. Oh, I can just imagine all the deviant art that's gonna come from this. All the glorious deviant art of Penguin and Riddler doing some shirtless hotness up in here. Ah, yes. But yes, and to cap it all off, they get to spend some quality time beating the shit out of one of Gallivant's henchmen. Speaking of which, Gallivant has taken a breather this episode because he got his ass arrested in the previous episode, which is fine, which is fine. It's okay for him to be in jail because we know he's gonna be broken out eventually. In fact, we even got a dead giveaway that will happen in the next episode. In the next episode's trailer, they showed him coming back, so no surprise there. Oh, this big powerful man that has literally the entire town in his clutches. Oh, is he gonna stay in jail for that long? Nope, not at all. He immediately gets out. That's no surprise whatsoever. But what is a surprise is that we've got a different villain pulling the strings in this episode instead. Yes, usually this season has followed the formula of Gallivant hiring a villain to do his dirty work in each episode. But in this week's episode, it's different. Instead, someone else is calling the shots. And that person is the lady. Yes, and I'm not just saying that because I don't know her name. It's because that's literally what she's credited as. The lady. Oh, who is this lady? Well, I don't really care enough about Gotham to really guess that much and use my brain power to guess. So maybe she's the Master from Doctor Who, since that's who that actress is. So fuck if I know. But however, she's got way more charisma in these few seconds of this episode than Gallivant has had at all in any of his previous episodes. Hey, if this is going to be a thing where he has to give over the title of Big Bad over to her, I don't mind. And she shows what kind of chap she's got in the talent of hiring villains by hiring this week's villain. And this week's villain is Flamingo. Yes, Flamingo. Now, if you're not familiar with Flamingo, you see, Flamingo is fucking stupid. Yes, Flamingo. His whole thing is that he's a biker. He's a biker and he likes to wear pink all over. He likes to wear pink jacket, pink bike, pink pants, pink undies, and pink hair and pink beard. But in the show, they decided, let's just tweak the pink down just a little bit and just make it only one stripe of his hair. Yes, only one stripe of his hair is pink, and that's it. Hey, why are you censoring the pink? Are you anti-pinkic? You anti-pinkic scum, how could you do that? You need to embrace the pink. You need to let the pink be your friend. Yes, and so Flamingo goes on to, and apparently they added another shtick to him, and it is that he likes to bite off ears for some reason. Wait a minute. Is his motif that he's a flamingo, or is he that he's Mike Tyson? Choose! You can't be both. You can't be both Mike Tyson and a flamingo. You can't be a Mike Tyson dressed up as a flamingo. You have to choose. But anyway, so Mike Tyson Flamingo bites the ear off of one of the cadets, one of the young cadets. Oh no! Oh! And then the episode gets capped off by a cult arriving to beat the shit out of Bruce Wayne. Yay, a cult! Now, I know I wasn't really excited about the cult in Heroes from last week, but this is a more badass cult that actually gets shit done instead of being all lovey-dovey, wovey-bovey-yovey. So yes, so that is the super villainy of Gotham. Now we can move on over to the villainy of Supergirl. Yes, Supergirl. Okay, now this is going to be the part of the show where we're going to bring stuff a little bit down a little bit and be a little bit serious right now. Now I know sometimes I'm not really, usually when I say that I'm going to be serious for something, it's just a lead up to me not being serious, but I'm serious this time about being serious. Except for that time where I just said serious twice just now. But now I'm going to be serious. Now, originally, apparently what was going to happen was that next week was going to be the episode featuring Livewire. You know, such a lovely young girl Livewire is. She's been a great sport, and she agreed that she'll have her villain vlog next week. Her personal villain vlog that we always do for the villains of each week. We choose one to do a villain vlog, and we chose her to do the one for next week because we thought that was when that episode would air. But due to recent events that you're probably already aware of, definitely, they've had to switch that episode with the episode that was going to be this week, because this week's episode was very similar to something that happened in the real world. Okay, so now, I know that I always like to be, I always like to emphasize on how awesome supervillainy is. I always call it really awesome, and I always like to delve and, I always like to express my love for supervillainy in every episode. I'm like, yay, supervillainy and all that in each episode, and I always pimp it up and make it seem like it's this really awesome thing. But keep in mind that I'm fictional. All this stuff that I gloat for every week, all of the destruction and death even and violence, all of that is fictional stuff. Those are all fictional things happening, and that's what I'm gloating for. You know, me being a fictional character, fictionally gloating for the fictional things. And I know that the people who watch me are not fictional. I am aware of that. I am aware that you guys watching are real people. And I care about real people, even though I myself is fictional. I care about real people in real life. It might not seem like I don't at times, where I get all goofy about it, but I do care, and I do care for you guys. And because I care, I don't. I don't approve of real life supervillainy. I don't. That is something I'm not okay with. I don't want to get too much into those details, but I just want to let you guys know that I would never wish that kind of thing happening in real life. I would never want to wish this kind of stuff that I gloat about to be in real life. I only get excited about it because it's for the sake of fiction. But when it's in real life, that's when I'm not okay with it, and that's when I get sad, because I don't want that to happen to you guys. I don't want that to happen to anyone in the real world, and so I understand what's going on here with the schedule change. We understand that. I'm sure Livewire understands too. So the original plan was that she was going to have her episode be next week, and we had someone else scheduled for this week. And we're going to keep with that schedule. We're going to keep her for next week, and we are going to keep the intended villain that was going to be on this week. He's still going to have his personal vlog for this week as well, while Livewire has hers next week. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I understand that, and we do understand what's going on right now, and we are willing to adjust regarding real life events that we wouldn't wish on anybody. Well, we were really tense about that. Let's try to loosen things up right now. Let's try to loosen things up. Let's move on over to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's try to loosen things back up and be more. Let's be more upbeat now. Let's try to cheer you guys up with some more villainy. This time from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes, yes. So much progress in this episode regarding Hydra. Yes, Hydra. Because in this episode, we find out from Power's booth the origin of Hydra. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought Hydra was started by the Red Skull because he wanted to discover Norse mythology and whatnot, and prove that it was real. It was real, yo, it was real. It's under your nose the whole time. Like, I thought that was supposed to be the origin of Hydra, but apparently nope. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show once again wants to continue pretending that it is more important than it actually is by pretending that they call the shots for the true reasonings behind major things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it's kind of, I talked about this last season towards the end also, that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has sort of an inferiority complex. They keep trying to make themselves seem more important than they actually are, and it's getting a little sad because the movies are like, oh, isn't that so cute? Isn't that so cute what they're doing? They're pretending like they're as important as us. Oh, it is so adorable. And what I mean by that is that this week they pretend that they're the ones that revealed the real origin of Hydra. They did this before when they tried to pretend to be the ones that actually, that brought together the Avengers. I've made several comparisons before that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like it's like that drunken best friend of the Avengers, like the drunk best friend that's like, hey ladies, hey, that guy wouldn't have been able to do it without me. I'm the one who told him to get into action in Avengers Age of Ultron. And now they're doing it again with this. They're being like, hey, I know the real origin of Hydra. Only I know the real origin of Hydra, and now I'm gonna tell you. How come my impression of drunk people sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger? But anyway, yes, I digress a lot. What I mean is that, yes, apparently Powers Booth gives the quote-unquote real origin of Hydra, that they were actually a group of people who once followed an all-powerful, almighty Inhuman. Yes, and they followed this Inhuman. But then the Inhuman was so scary that he was banished to another planet. Through that portal. He was banished into that distant planet that Simmons was on. Yes. Oh, they're bringing it all back. They're merging it all together into one singular villainy. Oh, we thought it was all spread out, but no, it's all connected. They're taking all the spread out parts of villainy and putting it all together, because it turns out that Powers Booth's goal is to go back to that planet and save whichever Inhuman this is, and serve it. And he is willing to make Ward be his assistant to his assistant of whoever this mysterious Inhuman is. Oh, Ward is moving on up in the world. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. I'm really bad at remembering lyrics, but anyway, yes. So fuck if I know whoever this mysterious Inhuman is. But whoever the hell it is, apparently it resembles Hydra. Because apparently Hydra made themselves in the image of whatever this Inhuman is. Now, I did some researching on what possibly, maybe this Inhuman could possibly be, that apparently is the responsible for the whole genesis of Hydra. And I looked it up, and my guess is maybe it is the Hive. Yes, there is a villain in the Marvel comic books called the Hive. Yes, I know. Arrow's already dealing with an organization of villains that has that same exact name. But screw them. They don't legally own that name. S.H.I.E.L.D. is free to use it too. So yes, I believe that this creature is the Hive. Now, Now, to be fair, Hive is not an Inhuman in the comic books, but then again, Quake was not an Inhuman in the comic books either. But they were like, "Hey, let's make her an Inhuman, whoop-de-doo." So that probably won't stop them. And also, what's interesting is that if they do make this mystery Inhuman Hive, that would mean that that he is the exact mirror opposite of how he is in the comic books. Because in the comic books, he was created by Hydra to be this to be the sentient manifestation of what Hydra is all about. He was made to basically be the flesh in the flesh representation of Hydra. Hive was created to be. So it would be interesting if that's how he is in the comic books. Then in this show, in this adaptation of him, he is the exact opposite, where instead Hydra was created in his image, where instead of an organization creating him in their image, he created the organization in his image. Yes, because he's got all the tentacles and stuff. He's got all kinds of tentacles on his face, so they could easily make it that he was the inspiration for the logo of Hydra and Hydra overall. Yes, that is my theory. Now, if this is true, this probably means that it is not Ego. That means my theory before was completely wrong, and it is not Ego. But it's okay, we can save Ego for Guardians of the Galaxy. That's okay with me. It's fine if they don't use Ego here, because instead we've got this friggin' badass. Or whoever this might be, but whoever it is, I welcome it with open arms, because we're finally focusing on a cool villain for S.H.I.E.L.D., as opposed to Rosalind Price, because once again, it's implied that she had no idea that, Powers Booth was actually using the ABCDEFG, whatever the hell organization, to put together a whole army of Inhumans, along with Lash. Lash is gonna be there too, don't you worry, more the merrier. But yes, apparently it's implied that, she had no idea about that, and neither did Banks. God damn it, you keep doing this over and over again where, is she a villain? No, she's not. Is she a villain? No, she's not. Maybe she is? No, she's not. Maybe she is? Maybe she's not. You keep going back and forth, and she's like a yo-yo. I wouldn't be surprised if it was revealed in another episode, like, maybe she is a villain once again. Just make up your mind. I'm tired of having my emotions played with. Yes. But as I said before, they're linking all this different stuff of villainy that we thought was all spread out through the show, and they're putting it all together neatly. And they're not doing it in a stupid way like Spectre did. And, I should know, considering I have first-hand experience from that movie. I won't get more into detail about that, but you know what I mean. Yes, because they're also linking together the conspiracy regarding that program that sent those astronauts to that faraway planet. Yes, because it was revealed at the end of the episode that they are a branch of Hydra. So that could mean that either Simmons fling from that planet, Will, or whatever the hell his name is. Maybe that either means that he is secretly working for Hydra, or he had no idea, or he is the Inhuman. Maybe not. But anyway, yes. Speaking of which, yes, I know Simmons and Fitz finally kissed. But it seems like they were still pissed at each other after they did it. It seems like the kiss didn't really feel like anything when they did it. They were like, "Hey, God damn it, Jesus Christ, let's just keep going with this episode." So yes, don't count your kitchens before they turn into chickens. Well, what I mean is don't count your chicks before they hatch and then explode. Okay, all right. Okay, let's move on from S.H.I.E.L.D. now over to The Flash. Yes, The Flash. Now, as I said a few minutes ago, we already had a villain have his own personal vlog this week. which is why we are, which is why we're adjusting and moving Livewire's personal vlog for next week. And that villain in question is the one in this episode, and is pretty much the main villain of this episode. So, yes, that is this week's villain vlog. A personal villain vlog. However, he was not the only villainy we had necessarily. I mean, it's still up for debate as to, whether or not Dr. Wells is evil, I mean, I know all we really have is his past from the last season, even though that wasn't really his past, that was someone impersonating him. So we're still not completely sure, but we are sure is that we got a little bit of a reminiscing of Reverse Flash in this episode. Yes, he puts on his Reverse Flash costume in this. All the memories are coming back. That brings me back when I was gushing over the Reverse Flash throughout the previous season, and for some reason I just forgot to actually get him on the show so he could do his own personal vlog, and that's why he took me back in time to the 1960s at the end of last season and traumatized me forever until Bloodnofsky rescued me. The bad memories are coming in. Now it's all the bad memories. I have to change subjects if I want to recover properly. I gotta change. Let's go over to Arrow now. Arrow. Okay, alright, Arrow. Okay. Alright. Okay. As if this is any better. Oh, to be fair, Arrow has, getting a little bit better with its new season, with its villainy, and this week it's no disappointment. Except for all of those people who really liked the character of Andy Diggle's brother. Yes, a common thing that John Diggle, sorry, did I say Andy Diggle's brother? That is John Diggle. Sorry, John Diggle, of course, is a main character on Arrow that I talk about every now and then, and for some reason he's like the Spartan now, even though it's been all set up that he's going to be the Guardian, but nope, let's say Spartan instead, even though the Guardian would make more sense. But yes, so the Spartan, whatever the hell, Spartan, throughout the previous 3 seasons of Arrow, he has constantly reminded us, like, hey, my brother's dead. Hey, did I mention my brother's dead? My brother's dead. Hey, did you know my brother's dead? My brother is dead. My brother died. My brother's dead. Like, that's been like 80% of his character throughout the series is, hey, my brother's dead. And yes, so it's been a thing that everyone has known for a very long time. And we've finally been like, yes, Diggle, we get it. Your brother is dead. And in this episode, surprise, he's not! After all this time of John Diggle constantly reminding us that his brother is dead, it turns out he was never dead the whole time. Now, and the reason why he was never dead is because he's been working with Hive. Yes, what a pleasant surprise for me. It's probably not a pleasant surprise for people who aren't supervillains, because for them it would probably really suck, because like, what the hell? It's like, this is one of those characters that like, that we've been constantly reminded is dead, and we assumed that because of that, it's a reminder of that, even though we constantly see characters in this universe, die and then come back, at least there's a few cases where it is permanent. Once they die, they do indeed die. They are indeed dead, and there's no coming back from that. Except for everyone, apparently. Apparently that's not true. Apparently if anyone dies in this universe, they will definitely come back to life. Anyone. There is no threat whatsoever. Anyone can come back, including John Diggle's brother, despite all the reminding that he is dead. Nope, He's still alive. Yay! There's no such thing as death in this universe. I wish I was in that universe. Oh, that universe is awesome. There's no death in there. And if there is, you just come back eventually. You just have to be patient. Yes. This should be a commercial for the Arrow Flash universe. Hey, why don't you come on over to the Arrow Flash universe, where if anyone dies, they can just immediately come back to life. Arrow Flash universe, where you never die, and if you do, you're gonna come back eventually, if the plot needs it. Yes, I can't wait for Tammy Merlin to come back, or Flash's mother. They're gonna come back, because what's stopping them? Yes. But you know what? This is perfectly fine for me, because that means more the merrier. More the merrier for the villain side, because yes, he is a loyal servant of Damien Dark, who I still friggin' hate, because he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve this moniker he's taking, what with his obscureness in the comic books, but yes. But at least Andy Diggle is, is a Hive agent. He is working for our side. Now that I realize it, it does seem like he is one of those characters that treats villainy like it's a dumping ground, like I said with you know who from Gotham last week, about how it felt like they're treating the side of villainy like a dumping ground, to dump characters into that you don't know what else to do with. But I don't think that's the case with Andy Diggle, because with him, if they really did not know what to do with him, then they wouldn't have brought him back. They just would have kept him apparently dead. But no, they decided, nope, let's bring him back just to make him a villain. Thank you for that. I am flattered. Oh, you defy death just to bring someone to our side. That is so sweet of you. That is so sweet. Yes, so that's why we have Andy Diggle on our side now. I salute to you, Andy Diggle. May you soon get out of that cage. I can't believe your brother's treating you like a giant hamster. Just for that, you should boycott the giant hamster wheel and the giant hamster bottle. Although maybe not the giant hamster bottle. You need to drink. You need to get your sustenance up. You need to get your fluids up if you want to keep with this straight A super villainy. Yes. Okay. So let's see here. What else? What other super villainy do we have to offer from this episode? Well, apparently, the secret to Thea no longer being bloodthirsty is from Damien Dark. Yay! Maybe that means she gets to kill Damien Dark so we can have someone more deserving of the title of Big Bad for this season. Yes, please, and thank you. P's and Q's. Yes. And now let's go over to the flashback villainy of the episode, where some uninteresting stuff continues. I mean, I know it's becoming interesting with Bluntsblitzbergen guy, Bluntsblitzbergen. But when it comes to his hillbilly henchman, not so much. But that's okay, because Oliver gets to whip him. Say your name. Your name is Toby. Your name is Toby. And the hillbilly guy said, my name is Kinte. Yes. Maybe I should edit that out. And if I didn't, whoops! So anyway, yes, so that is Arrow. That is the villainy of Arrow. Now let's move on to the final show of the week to offer us some juicy super villainy. And that, of course, is... Heroes. Reborn. Yes, I always ruin it by adding the reborn, but some people might argue that was ruined in the first place by me singing it. self-deprecation. So anyway, yes, yes, Heroes, the show where it just keeps going on twists and turns and just keeps turning the tables on who's the villain and who's not. It's a pleasant surprise here on out. Is this a villain? Nope. Surprise, it's that villain. Nope. Silly, it's this villain. Nope. Whoopsie doopie doo. Anyone could be a villain on this show, which is why Matt Parkman is still a villain. Yes, as revealed last episode, Matt Parkman is on our side, and he's very and he's being very snaky about it, being very slithery and whatnot, and he's especially villainous in this episode, so it makes me more and more confident that maybe he really is on our side. He really is. He really has surrendered to the awesomeness that is super villainy by leading this cult, interrogating the invisible lady. I won't call her Invisible Woman because that's trademarked. So Invisible Lady, and it turns out that she used to have a history with the Luchador dude. So he brings in the Luchador dude, and we never see high nor hair of the douchebag cop with the superpowers that we never found out what the superpowers were guy. So maybe that means that he is indeed dead. Maybe Matt Parkman did indeed kill him. But anyway, what's important is that we have Matt Parkman here. Oh no! Matt Parkman is screwing up. Oh no, he's messing up. Oh, Matt Parkman, no, you build up so much. You climbed the social ladder and now you made this big mistake. You let in that girl from the 100. Why did I wait until now to mention that she's from the 100? But anyway, you let her in, and you let in a shapeshifter dude. But that's okay. The shapeshifter dude is dead. He was killed by a Harris. Yes, the Harris clones. And the Harris clones are like, hey, we're gonna come in and we're gonna save the day. Good old Mac Parkman, we're gonna save the day with the cavalry. Cavalry. So they come on in with the cavalry to invade because what's going on is that the chick from the 100, who is the daughter of Erica Kravitz, who is trying to escape the Luchador, to get him to escape, she is working for an organization that was once led by the little rebel boy from the original series, little rebel kid. And what happened to the rebel kid? Well, apparently he's mute. Yes, after all those years of not shutting the hell up, he shut the hell up, and he's under the control of Matt Parkman. And so he is basically human Siri at this point, except he won't say anything. Yes, he does whatever Matt asks him to. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Rebel. Yes. So that's basically what Rebel's been dwindled down to, is just this AI system. Except he's got like a wire in him and shit. So yes, that is their goal, is to save Rebel. But no, that Rebel is without a cause. But anyway, let's hope that Matt Parkman can get out of this slippery situation. Hold strong, Matt Parkman, hold strong. Be strong for us, Matt Parkman, be strong. Anyway, so what's Erica Kravitz up to? Well, apparently, it turns out that the plan that she's been planning on this whole time, that we never knew about until just now, because they just felt like revealing it to us, is that her plan is that she knows that there is an imminent apocalypse going on, even though we've had imminent apocalypses before on this show, and they managed to avoid them, so we'll see about that. But yes, she believes that the apocalypse is imminent, so instead of surviving through the apocalypse, she decided, hey, let's just skip the apocalypse. Let's just skip it. Let's just skip over it, and let's time travel forward after the apocalypse. Thousands and thousands of years. That's why we saw that sequence last episode of it being incredibly a long amount of time in the future. At first I thought it was because, maybe there's like a new society in this future. Like, nope, it's a society from before. They just time traveled forward into the future, and so that's her plan. And she's like, screw it. We're just gonna skip the apocalypse and just time travel straight forward to the future. Time just keeps on slipping into the future. Yes, and since she no longer has Hero to supply the bridge to the other side, she has to use the teleporting boy now. Yes, I am very bad at names. For some reason, I'm good at remembering the villain names. Definitely good. So yes. So basically, she's using the teleporting boy to reenact that short-lived show on Fox called Terra Nova, except instead of the past, it's the future. Future. Yes. And also in the future is the chief from iZombie who created Nico, the video game girl. He's the one who created her, and he brought her to the future apparently somehow. And he's like, I need you to go to the past, even though I brought you in the future, I guess, so I could tell you to go into the past and help the teleporting boy. Okay, bye! I'm gonna screw you over by tattletaling on you now. Get the fuck out of here! Yes, very complicated one. It's like he's kind of bipolar. It's like he might be a hero or he might be a villain. He's like, he can't decide. Well, I need you to decide, goddammit. Oh, yes. He has video game powers. Anyway, yes. So apparently, what also happens is that the Horn-Rimmed Glasses Man is teleported by the teleporting boy. At first, we don't know exactly who teleported him. At first, we thought we were like, maybe it was Hiro Nakamura, but the previews for next week's episode says otherwise. Yeah, it's a teleporting boy. A way to spoil that. Yes, but the last villain to talk about in this episode is a giant big ass storm that is blown away by the girl who can control nature. Yay! And then there's a bunch of racists who clearly see her do that. Clearly, she's saving the thunderstorm from them. I mean, for saving them from the thunderstorm. Clearly, she's doing that. But their blind racistness are like, oh, she did it. That's she made that thunderstorm. Oh, she's trying to kill us. Oh, really? Is she trying to kill you? Even though you could clearly see her getting rid of it. Yes, way to ignore logic, racists, you dumbasses. No wonder one of them has a gun that only true racists would have. Hey, I'm a dumbass racist and I got my big old rifle gun. Oh, you're racist. Oh man, I went way too deep into that character. So anyway, yes. So that's pretty much sums up Heroes. Also, there's a little bit of tension going on with the Shadow Girl and her brother, her big bro. Maybe the big bro doesn't feel like he wants to be a villain anymore. I don't blame you, big bro guy. If you don't want to be a villain, you don't have to. You know, it's villainy is not for everyone. You know, I know that. You know, it's not for everyone. And if it's not your thing, then that's fine. But if it is your sister's thing, you know, let her live her dream as a super villain. Let her live that for her. Okay? All right. Just be supportive. You know. Be a loving family. Oh, let's all have a hug. Let's all hug each other. Let's hug. Yes. Yes. That's Don't you feel so good now that we just hugged each other? Not me, because there's no one here to hug, so I just hugged myself, and that's sad. Alright, so that sums up this week in villainy. Let's see who was the most badass and the least badass. Alright, let me see here. I'd say the bromance between Penguin and Riddler. Yeah! Bromance conquers all! It conquers all the barriers of the universe. Bromance forever! And the least badass of the week has to be whoever the hell that guy was that could pick up, who could pick up guns with his mind. Because apparently he is going to be Agent of S.H.I.E.L.'s replacement for Graviton. Poor Graviton. Sorry, man. I think you've been replaced. Oh, man, because there's a new villain who has gravitational powers, and he's not you, buddy. I'm so sorry about this, Graviton. I hate to break this to my good friend Graviton. I mean, if it wasn't for Graviton, I wouldn't have had this show. You know, that spun off of his show. And also, he was the one who saved me from the 1960s at the beginning of this season. Man. If you're watching this, Graviton, be strong, buddy. Be strong. You can work through this. You can work this. I know you can. Pull through. Yes. So that's the episode, everybody. That's the this week's villainy of the week. So I'll see you next week, where we only have 2 shows because everyone has to take a holiday because it's Thanksgiving. So we're just going to have Gotham and Supergirl on, and no other show because everyone else is taking a break. It's going to be a really short episode next week. If only there was something else superhero related. It's not like there would be conveniently one on Netflix all of a sudden.